Yeah, it's not clickbait. I'm going to walk 7 caminos from back to back. I know, you probably ask yourself, why on earth would you do that? Let me explain. See, I was always very intrigued by long distance hikes and the Camino de Santiago in particular. That's why I walked it all the way from Austria to Spain, 3,300 kilometers or around 2,000 miles. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low. This experience was life-changing, as you can imagine, and brought me back to music. I came back with so much inspiration. I ended up writing 8 songs, which I released as an EP. I would walk day and night just to finally arrive where I belong. My plan was to go back to the Camino and promote my songs. But I also decided to walk all the different routes throughout my life. I fell in love with the simple lifestyle and wanted to stay connected to the Camino. Unfortunately, the pandemic happened and, all my plans went south. And last year, when it started to look better, I was diagnosed with cone rod dystrophy. Cone rod dystrophy is a group of inherited eye disorders that affect the light-sensitive cells of the retina, called the cones and rods. People with the condition experience vision loss over time as the cones and rods deteriorate. It's caused by genetic changes in one of the 35 genes identified so far that primarily affects the normal function of cone photoreceptor cells in the retina. In other words, I'm slowly losing my vision. The worst thing about this is no one can really tell me how much time or light I have left, and as soon as I got the diagnosis, I went to the Camino for a couple of weeks. I walked from Porto to Santiago and further to Finisterre just to deal with it. And that's also where I got the idea to do such a crazy thing. I want to walk all these different routes and, see all these places and enjoy the Camino as long as I can. And this is also the good thing about this diagnosis. It pushes me to, do what I love and not to waste any time.
Leaving all my worries, I prepare for something new. Whatever it was that held me back, I'm sure it wasn't true.
I'll take this little baby with me, Cheapy. I bought her back in 2019 in a second-hand shop in Santiago to help out a friend. And she'll keep me company and will help me to share my music. But besides walking and experiencing all these caminos, sharing my music with other pilgrims, I will use this very long walk to raise awareness for this unknown disease and maybe motivate people to donate a little bit of money to different organizations. As usual, I will take my little camera with me and I will record the trip.
I don't pass by words. My variant is going from here.
Don't interrupt this wonderful. I will start at the end of the world in Finisterre and walk the Camino Finisterre to Santiago, around 100 kilometers. Then I'll continue towards France and Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port on the Camino Frances, just as I planned it. In France, then switch over to the Camino del Norte and go from Irún to Santiago. From Santiago down backwards again on the Camino Portugués. This is also a big question mark, going all the way down to Lisbon, 600 kilometers, or just to Porto, around 200 kilometers. I will decide spontaneously because I don't have unlimited time. Anyway, next is the Via de la Plata, starting from Sevilla in Andalusia. This time I will need a bus or a train to reach Sevilla. The Via de la Plata is 1000 kilometers long and a very solitary and rough route. I'm looking forward to it. After reaching Santiago again, I will head north to walk the Camino Inglés from Santiago to Ferrol, around 100 kilometers. For the last one, I saved the Camino Primitivo from Oviedo. Again, I will need a ride to get from Ferrol to Oviedo. In total, 3,800 or 3,400 kilometers, depending on the decision I will make once I'm on the Portugués.